Welcome back, guys, to the and Dur Show, or better known as
The Double D's.
How's everything going, guys?
We're good.
Yeah.
Uh, I'll answer on their behalf. Uh,
How was Thanksgiving?
how was
Or
Thanksgiving?
I mean, because Thanksgiving's coming up, right?
Yeah, Thanksgiving
So
is coming.
I
So.
guess I worded that wrong.
Yeah. How?
You excited for Thanksgiving?
Yeah. There you go. It is exciting. I got plans and on Thanksgiving. Gonna go see family,
Okay.
some family, and
Okay.
everything.
Yeah. Get some turkey, maybe some ham.
Yeah, I have no idea what they're making. So
Okay.
I don't know.
Maybe some tamales. Sometimes in a Mexican household, we like
Tamales.
tamales around this time.
It's expected, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't. I was just told it's gonna start at 5. So.
Well, ours will be on Friday.
Yeah.
So
2 days in a row.
yeah, he's getting 2 days in a row. But however, it's nice to see family.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, of course.
See some family. So what do you think the first Thanksgiving was like?
Wasn't it terrible?
That's what I heard. Now I don't. Obviously, we don't know. But
Yeah, we don't know.
What I read, and I saw a thing where they said they didn't even have turkey. They had whatever was available.
What?
Yeah, I don't. I mean, that just sounds crazy to me.
What does that mean though? Like,
I don't know if
anything
they were
available?
eating. I don't know. I didn't read too much in the depth. I just thought was kind of crazy that
Because I feel like that's vague. Like cannibalism? I don't know.
Well, I think it was like, any bird that
bird.
randomly got by, whatever they could hunt, could be squirrel, could be rabbit, pigeons. Yeah.
Boom.
I don't know if bugs were a part of it. I don't.
Oh, that's
because
true.
because I guess there was somebody like some Indians first involved. It was in like the 1600s.
Oh.
So you got to remember in the 1600s there was probably not too much food available.
Yeah.
Winter was in, so it's probably
Rough.
really
Rough.
rough.
Yeah.
Half your people are dead. So
the other half is struggling to survive.
yeah, and you want to have a feast on this time of the year. Could you imagine, like, you're already starving, you're having a hard time, people are dying of the cold.
Yeah.
And not even a legit sickness, the cold.
Yeah, it's just like it's a natural disaster type of deal.
Right.
Yeah,
And they want to have a feast.
Like, I wonder if one of them was just woke up one day and was like, what we should have? Yeah. All these people are dying.
Yeah.
We're freezing to death. We're all starving. Let's have a Thanksgiving. Yeah, what is that? A feast. It's like, we can barely eat.
Where are we finding this food?
Yeah. That would have been. I mean, I'm pretty sure at the time they were like, "What's wrong with you?" But now thinking about it's funny.
When you think about it,
yeah.
Like, what were they?
Yeah.
Like, what were you thinking? Who did this party?
Yeah. Like, what are you talking about? Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's crazy.
That would be fun.
Everybody's broke, and they're like, somebody says, "Let's go on vacation."
Yeah, it was something like that. Like,
why, man?
Yeah, that's funny. I mean, I thought it was funny.
It is kind of funny when you put it, and I think it was the first one was like in the 1620s. First Thanksgiving, right? In November, cold. And then it didn't become, I think, legit until, believe it or not, Abraham Lincoln made it legit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, made it legit. A lot of people don't know that. I remember correctly, Abraham Lincoln put it when he was president.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like a boss do that.
Yeah.
It's solid.
Really?
And said,
Yeah.
we're actually eating turkey. I don't know if he's the one who changed it to turkey. I don't know when the food changed
When it
to
was
turkey.
like it's turkey.
Yeah, because I'm sure it was an original, just a feast.
Yeah.
Right. And they said it was 3 days long.
What?
Yeah, a harvest of 3 days long. I think kind of a
Really
celebration. Yeah, it's a long celebration
yeah,
for them.
Yeah, yeah.
For me, I would have been like, I need my nap.
Like, I mean, doing one is tough enough.
Yeah.
Imagine two. Imagine three.
Yeah. But I'm sure some of the party animals today would have been like, let's bring that back. Yeah, first day for party, next two's for us. So for family. First one's for family, right? Next two's for us.
Yeah.
Partying it up.
Yeah. That would be funny.
That is funny. So I saw this thing on Elon Musk, which sometimes I like that guy, and sometimes he's just weird.
Yeah,
but you know,
sometimes it's cool. Sometimes like, are you human?
Yeah, I mean, he seems to be extremely smart.
Yeah,
genius. Yeah. But sometimes I'm like, those guys, those genius dudes, they just have an off personality.
Yeah,
right. And they didn't have many friends. That's fine.
Oh yeah,
of course. I mean, I shouldn't say much. I don't either.
Yeah.
But he just comes across like weird.
Yeah.
Weird. He's interesting to hear and some of the things he says.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, I don't know if these things are facts. I'm not even basing off facts. I'm just kind of getting the thoughts of you guys and yourself. It said, if you put solar panels out 100 miles by 100 miles, right? You could power all of United States 24/7 just on that.
Really?
Yeah, with a little bit of some exception, but you could power the whole United States for 24/7 just doing 100 by 100 of solar miles.
Really?
Right.
That's what he said?
Yeah, and he was saying the sun, which this is probably a fact. Once again, going off what he said, the sun is converting 4 million tons of mass energy every second. So it's converting it.
Oh, I've heard it does do something like that.
Yeah, so
converts a lot of energy.
4 million tons every second.
That's
a lot.
A lot.
That lets you know that the sun can be used for extreme energy, right? And if you use it in the right way, I think it would, right? It could power.
Yeah, it could definitely.
Everything that comes, it's kind of crazy on everything comes from the earth or that is around us is technically always the best route to go. Yeah. I know they're always trying to take away things like oil or whatever, but it's funny, the most valuable things are land, gold, everything that's from the earth.
The earth, yeah.
Yeah, oil,
Yeah.
We hold our dollar value to the gold. That's what it's held to.
You're right.
So, and the dollar is the most powerful, but what we're holding it to is gold.
It's gold,
which comes from ground.
Yeah.
Silver comes from the ground. Oil, ruby, emeralds, everything that's
valuable comes from the
even owning land.
It's earth. It's land. It's grass. It's dirt.
You know what I mean?
Earth.
Yeah. So the sun, as far as converting energy.
Even the sun gives us like vitamins and all that.
And all that.
We need.
Yeah. There's certain people, and I guess that live in extremely cold weather. They got to take like vitamin D.
Yeah.
Or
I've heard about
that. I guess there's vitamin C, right? But I guess the sun also lets off vitamin D. D is in dog. And that vitamin D, I guess, is something that comes from the sun that you need that when people are in an area that don't get a lot of sun, they have to take that vitamin. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
We live in a sunny area, so it's not something.
Yeah, we don't have to worry about that.
Right.
Yeah. but imagine having to take because you don't have no sun, so it's kind of like we gotta take some vitamin.
Yeah, that's
imagine
that's weird to hear of, but I guess it's
yeah. Well, we live there's no sun, so we take vitamin C, we take vitamin D.
So I got some family up north that lives in pretty cold weather where the sun doesn't come out a lot. So they've told me that some of them take it. But I think that's interesting that 100 by 100 miles, Elon Musk says that can,
power
sustain us. That's crazy.
Yeah, that is pretty crazy.
And if so, why don't they build something like that to help out? It's weird, right?
Yeah. Well, I
the man.
That's what I was thinking. Like, they want money. What's the way of that money? That tax and everything like that.
Crazy, huh?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. So I didn't even know this, that Six Flags,
the amusement park.
Yeah, the amusement park.
Okay.
Yeah. It originated its name because of the Six Flags of Texas. I guess there were six times that different places had taken over Texas.
Yeah.
Texas.
Yeah.
Texas. Okay. The Republican of Texas, Mexico, Confederacy, Spain, France, and United States
have taken over that spot.
Texas. So, now keep in mind, this is throughout time.
Yeah.
So, like in the 1500s, it was Spain. In the 1600s, it was France.
And people really like Texas. Yeah.
Now, I don't know in what order, but obviously, United States has it last. The whole order in between. Spain or France, I think, were first. And then it just went from there. And each one had their flag there. That's where Six Flags comes from.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because of the Six Flags that took over Texas. Now, yeah.
The amusement park.
Amusement park, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's a interesting fact.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
It's pretty interesting. I don't even like that park. I don't even go.
I don't even care for that park. I do not care for that park. Family wants me to go. I always tell them no. There's Disneyland, Legoland. I'll even go to Knott's.
Those rides
else other than Six Flags.
They scare us shitless. Yeah.
I can't handle it. I can't do it. So
last time I was there was, I don't want to sound old. Ring operator, but it was about 20 years ago. Yeah, and I mean, maybe 17, 18 years ago. But still, nonetheless, to those who are 17, 18 years olds, they would all say that it's all the same. But and I was terrified.
It sounds terrifying.
Yeah, I was. Oof.
Like the rides they have there, you got some scary names over there.
Yeah, and then how do you have fun? I don't know, being scared. Oh shit, I can't wait to get on this. I'm scared shitless. I want to go. No.
Right, because even the ones that have fun are scared.
Yeah, they tell you it's scary in line.
So it's like, why am I gonna go?
Yeah, I'm not going. No.
I don't even have fun. I remember one time we were on a roller coaster. I can't remember where it was. I want to say it was in Universal in the Harry Potter one. That little roller coaster they had.
Oh yeah.
It wasn't it was actually a fun roller coaster. This is none of those scary roller coasters.
Yeah.
Well, one time I think I had my hands up. It was like a little bump, and I hit my elbow. I went,
Oh yeah. I've done that.
And the whole ride, I didn't get to have fun. I was like, oh,
That's,
the whole time.
we're not hand raising people, right? We don't have enough experience with that. I did that
I didn't
too.
know what to do.
I did that on the you know what I did that on? It was that Disneyland ride.
Oh yeah.
Embarrassing. We were on the train Thunder Mountain.
Oh.
And this was again long time ago. But I was already an adult. I was in my low 20s or something. And we went on this ride and it went down like that and it hit my arm. I was just like didn't enjoy half the ride.
Have fun because the whole time you're just
they hit that funny bone.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Like what jerk named that? That was not funny at all. I wasn't laughing.
I was just in pain, screaming.
Yeah, it was like, oh, and then you run a rubber. Like, oh.
Right, but I should try to rub its move.
Yeah. There's no fun.
It wasn't fun.
No fun.
But the times I didn't hurt myself, it was fun.
Yeah. Terrible.
It was terrible.
Terrible. But nonetheless, that's where it came from.
Yeah,
and,
okay.
We hear Disneyland is a fun place to be, but man, their politics are something else.
Yeah.
Like, we here really enjoy Disneyland, but oh man, their politics and their wokeness. Whoa.
It's gotten too much, but I heard talking about coworkers at work one time, and I overheard them. They're talking about Disney. Okay, pretty cool. I haven't been to Disney. Maybe I should plan going. Right.
Mm-hmm.
All I hear is gangs. Like, you guys talking about?
Oh no,
like, gangs. What are you talking about? Because there's Disney gangs. Like. Disney gangs? What do you mean Disney gangs?
You're talking about games or
no,
gangs?
Gangs. Like gangs.
Like Crips and Blood?
Yeah, right. Like there's Disneyland gangs. Right? I'm like, what? Like Mickey Mouse gangs? What are you talking about?
Really?
Yeah, there's gangs. You know what the funny part is? It's the fact that they actually start hardcore. They'll start fights at Disneyland
really?
when they see each other. Yeah, it's real. Like it's like in the actual streets. Well, that's Disney streets right there. This is my set, homie. Like they represent.
Really?
Yeah.
I gotta look this up.
I heard about that.
I gotta find this out, man.
I keep forgetting, but I need to research it. But yeah, they'll do like how Disney has like their own little town and stuff like that. Where they get like their own little streets that they rep.
What? You know what this is? This is probably I don't want to call anybody out, but this is probably a bunch of Gen Zers.
It probably is. It probably is because. Like, who would think Disney?
But Gen Zers. Yeah. Yeah, it's Gen Zers, man.
I couldn't stop laughing the whole day. I was
I gotta find that out. That's funny.
Because I was thinking like, whoa, okay, well, what if a family goes in, right? And then one of your families like, oh, I'm with Donald Duck right here, right?
Yeah.
But then the other family's like, oh, I'm with Mickey Mouse, right? They leave, but they come back and they're like, oh, you represent Donald Duck? Let's go, homie.
Now,
it's like,
are they representing Disneyland in certain portions, or are they like representing? Like, is their leader like one of them's Mickey, the other one's Donald?
No, I think
Pinocchio really jumps in.
What it is,
says, "What about me?"
It's more.
I'm a real boy.
I think what it is they actually only do portions. I think it'll be great if they did Mickey Mouse and like Donald Duck.
I'm surprised Disney allows this.
They're like walking through the theme park and they see like a Mickey Mouse like jacket and Donald Duck just around like, oh look, it's Donald Duck. Go get the homies real quick, and we'll go see.
The homies will mess him up. We'll F them up real quick.
Like, it's serious. It's really like they take it hardcore. Like they think they're hardcore.
It's Gen Zers. It's gotta be. Be careful in the streets laughing. Of Disneyland.
Yeah, I was laughing. I was thinking like, how do they, how did they get in the gangs?
Yeah, I gotta look that up. I mean, this is extremely interesting.
That's what I heard. They were all speaking about and talking about it. I couldn't stop laughing.
Yeah.
My lead. It's a good thing my lead likes me. I couldn't stop laughing. Gretchen, I was working, but while I was working, I was laughing, and I was just like making fun of it.
Yeah. It sounds crazy. Yeah, sounds crazy.
Because you never think like
Disneyland. Yeah, I would think maybe Knott's could be kind of crazy at times, but Knott's is a good middle ground, you know.
Yeah.
Little wild west.
Disneyland.
Yeah.
But that's the point that my coworkers make. It's like, yeah, like some people go hardcore in Disneyland. Like they take that next level to Disneyland.
That's crazy.
Right? That's crazy. But I don't think they do Mickey Mouse or like Mickey Mouse Gang, or I think what they do is portion.
Yeah, where's Space Mountain?
Yeah. Something like that. Yeah. It was something like that, but I just couldn't stop after.
Space Mountain, where's Star Wars?
Yeah, I forgot to tell you this because I die of laughing.
It sounds like people are really bored.
Yeah. Really
bored.
Like they gotta go home sometime, right? So then they leave. But I wonder when they come back. Is this
happening in Disneyland or on the streets of Anaheim?
I don't know. That's why I want to do my.
So Disneyland's in Anaheim. It makes you wonder: are these thugs repping on the streets of Anaheim? Because boy, you better be careful.
That would be even funnier. Because that would be any fun.
There's other gangs there. Yeah. They're gonna tear you in two, dude.
That would be even funnier if they did that.
That would be suicide, man. Yeah. Suicide. There's other
imagine?
Yeah, there's other gangs repping in that area, and Mickey's coming through.
Well, listen, I wonder what like me and my coworkers is like what if they like Donald Duck was like Donald Duck coming right here, like he's trying to gang signs everything.
Would that be Mickey? I think Mickey.
Yeah, it would be more like it would be more yeah, like that. Right? It would be like that. Like imagine that, and then they like do the voice.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I can't do the voice. The voice. Yeah. They're like, doing the
Mickey
voice
Mouse
as they're talking to each other.
Yeah.
They have to talk in that.
Yeah, they have to talk in that voice. I don't know. That was
sounds like a bunch of Gen Zers.
It was funny. I was like having a good laugh.
Yeah.
I had to let you know. I forgot. I kept forgetting, but
we on the show appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah. On another note, I saw this thing where there was a bunch of dirt bikers on the street. Did you see that? Mm-hmm. And it kind of happened recent. There was a bunch of dirt bikers on the street of looks like a main street, and there was a light that this car came up to, right? Yeah. And a bunch of these dirt bikers and bikers, you know how they drive on the streets or whatever. Sometimes they're driving all crazy. Whatever. They try to go in their groups or whatever, do their thing, whatever. But one of the dirt bikers got off and kicked back window in of a car. Did you see that?
What? No.
He just got off the car, jumps on this little, to me, it looked like a beat up car.
Yeah.
And kicked the back window in. Now, there was a mom in the driver's seat, right? So when she gets out, there's two kids in the back seat, and he kicks in the back window. Yeah, like jumps on it, kicks it in.
Oh, that's crazy.
Gets off. She goes and confronts him, and he's trying to kind of like headbutt her with his helmet.
Yeah.
This guy was just being a dick, really. There was like, he was just complete ass.
Yeah.
And he's trying to pull a gun on her, right? It's crazy, right?
Yeah, like,
and he's got all his homies there, and he's crashing in a poor woman's car with her 2 kids in the back seat as they're crying and screaming freaked out.
Yeah, out of fear.
And it was crazy because they it's like none of his homies checked him.
Nobody stopped him?
Yeah, so your first thing, like if you saw your homie and he was doing that, you would definitely put it, hey homie, stop.
Yeah,
what the hell? Like
the woman.
Nobody stopped it. Like all of his homies kind of sat there and just kind of watching. Now, I don't know if nobody was telling him something, but man, I slapped that dude around, man. Get back on your bike, man. Like pay for this woman's stuff. Yeah. But anyways, this dude takes off like a bitch. He takes off, goes running, right? And apparently they caught him, right? They caught this piece of shit. And he's now being held for 2.5 million bail.
Oh, he's never getting.
Yeah.
Never getting out.
He's so I don't know. They said it's total of like 9 or I can't remember if it's 9 or 12 different charges. I can remember. There's a lot of charges on him. Hopefully he goes in minimum for 5 to 10 years for this. I know
never getting.
They're
out.
Like, well, he'll get out.
Yeah, he'll get out.
2.5 million, but the only reason I want it so extreme is, dude, there was no reason. Like,
there's no reason. Why did you do that?
And obviously, if you have this bully mentality, I'd like to see that bully mentality in prison.
Yeah.
Let's see how that works for you, little man.
You know, whenever you mess with kids, it never goes well in prison.
It never goes well. Let's see this.
And there was 2 kids in there that were scared. Not only that it doesn't, but even women. They
get you
like,
for messing with the women.
Women too.
Usually that's for violating women and children.
Yeah.
Which you are deserved much worse for that. But in this case, granted, he didn't violate anybody. But man, like it's funny that he did that to a car where there was women and children.
Yeah.
Right? Do that in a car where there's guys and kids. Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
Do it to a full-grown vehicle with a bunch of dudes in there. See what happens.
See what happens, homie.
Man, oh man, all those bikes, and none of them stood up. Like the whole group was a bunch of bitches. Like nobody stood up and said, "Hey, stop!" Like, what are you doing, man?
Yeah.
Right? Because anybody who's had a homie, when you walk on the street and they start disrespecting, like, "Hey, man." Like, settle down, man. We're just here. We're ordering cheeseburgers, man.
Like, calm down, man.
We're Cars Jr.
Come on.
Like,
it's not even that good.
Yeah. Like, nobody, you know what I mean? Nobody, like, put you in check.
Yeah.
That's a problem with these new generations coming up. Nobody puts anybody in check. Like,
you gotta,
you know, growing up, you had some of the older homies checking in, putting the guys in check.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, and nobody's doing that anymore, man.
You gotta do some.
Did that guy have a dad? You know what I mean? I can tell you right now, his dad would have beat his ass had he seen.
Yeah,
right?
It's crazy.
Yeah, he's putting people in check.
Yeah.
So I saw this other video, and I just saw a glimpse of it. I didn't see much of it. I just saw like a glimpse of it because I thought that's crazy. You're an idiot. Right, that's the first thing that came to my mind. But there was this guy, you know how people like own like crazy animals. Mike Tyson had some tigers and stuff. And you know, he said the most terrifying thing. He said, you know, lions. Obviously, this guy's owned multiple animals because he's like, lions are great to own because they're like dogs. I was like, oh, dogs. He says they're like dogs because they're pack animals, right?
Yeah.
So they have their pack, just like wolves.
Yeah.
So anybody they're around, their family, they accept it, but not tigers. He said, got to be careful with tigers because once tigers create a bond with that one person, that's it. They don't like anybody else in that family, so they will attack the children.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
family.
Why would you even keep that? Like,
wait, Mike Tyson?
Yeah, he said that.
Yeah, right? Yeah. I heard about that.
And then I saw this other video where there's this Russian dude. Now he's a big guy, big, you know, looks like a Russian. You know what I mean? From the motherland.
Yeah,
you know, just big old dude. He owns I don't know if he owns, but he has a polar bear.
What?
Yeah, this thing is. I mean, I don't care how big you are. A polar bear. Polar bears, all they eat is meat.
They're
right.
Full on carnivores.
Right. So most bears are omnivores, right? Yeah. So they eat everything, right? But polar bears only have access to meat. That's all they have is seal, whatever is out there, fish. They don't have access to fruits. So they plain just eat meat. And then this dude had a pose with the polar bear literally at his neck.
What?
Yeah, and he was just standing there, but he's like I'm like, you are crazy. That is insane. Yeah. And these people that own these animals, like, you know how people own alligators, right? And they say, oh, you can't own a crocodile. The crocodiles are real dangerous. The alligators, not. What? The alligator is a friend? Like, oh yeah, he's one of the family, and it's this 15, 16-foot alligator or whatever. One of the family. As long as you keep feeding him, he's one of the family. Not
what if one of the days you forget?
Oh man, I'm just thinking, and this polar bear is like, he's lying on this polar bear, he's snuggling with this polar bear, and I'm just thinking, no man, like, it's a massive, like, polar bears are the largest bears, right? As far as the bears go, like, so what they always say, if it's black attack, meaning if it's a black bear. If you create a lot of noise and ruckus, the black bear usually will run away. If it's brown, I guess, what is it? They rhyme stuff. It's like a black attack, brown, what is it? Kneel down or something.
Down?
You're supposed to go in
like a fetal type of
fetal position with your back in the air, and hopefully you have a backpack on.
Yeah, you have to have a backpack on.
And they'll tack the backpack.
Yeah. And if I remember correctly, actually, if it's a female and she has her cubs, you're dead.
You're dead. So they're only going to attack you usually if you're hungry or they're worried about you. But a female brown bear, right? They said would just attack you no matter what.
Yeah.
I gotta look this stuff up again, but I try not to go into the forest anyways. I did that once and I got lost, and I gotta tell you. Terrifying. You know what I mean? I thought I was like, I don't know, some outdoorsman. I lost my way. The sun was going down, so I didn't even know where I was at. So you'll never catch me in the forest.
It's all gone to crap.
Yeah, because then you're just looking up and all you see is trees, and you're wondering. I didn't know where I was going. I was trying to listen for streets, like how close was the freeway. Yeah, I was a kid. I was 14, 15. Never again.
It didn't work out.
It stuck with me. I'm not going back.
Yeah.
So I can't remember what all the sayings are, the safety per each one. But when it's a polar bear, you're done.
Yeah.
If they're hungry, there's nowhere to. Yeah. There's no kneeling down, duck down. There's no attacking it or running away from it. You're dead. Yeah. So this guy owns the polar bear, and
so when this polar bear wants to eat,
because they were saying with the brown bears, right, when you duck in that fetal position and you have the backpack on, right, that you're hoping it just tears off the backpack. And I think I was listening to the Joe Rogan show where he said, hopefully it just breaks a couple of ribs, you'll be fine. I'm like, how do you get out of the forest after that? This isn't the movie, was it with Leonardo DiCaprio?
The Revenant? Or
Revenant? Yeah, this isn't the Revenant. Hopefully just gashes a little bit, but you'll live. You know? And then when it's the black bear, that's your kind of safest bet that you can kind of like, I guess, act like you're big and run after it, scream and whatever. But when it's the brown bird duck, it hopefully just breaks a couple of legs. You'll live, crawl out of the forest. It's the polar bear. You're dead. Then you see these guys that like I saw another video where these dudes get in purposely in these tanks right against great whites. Great whites break the glass or whatever, the plexiglass that they break it.
Right.
Yeah. It's like, why, man? Like, why would you wait in there with the 15, 20 foot?
I didn't even know
1,000-pound. This thing is not looking to be your friend.
No, it's not.
Man. Like, that dude who got in that big old, like, I don't know, it was like a see-through type of thick material. I don't know if it was plastic or whatever it was. And a polar bear, he's in the, polar bear's area, and the polar bear's trying to get in. It's like, dude, that polar bear wants to eat you. Like, and you're just like, oh, look at the polar bear, and it's shaking it. I don't know if you ever saw that video.
I only ever did.
So when these people like own these animals or tigers or bears,
it's unbelievable.
Like,
I don't think I would ever. Most I would get a dog.
And it's funny because, like, I saw this guy on another video. He owned wolves. I don't know if he owns them. I don't know what it is, whatever. But his wolves with his pet.
Yeah.
And the wolf, as he's near, it's growling, right? And he says, that's the way they communicate. To say, yeah, back up.
Yeah.
Now I don't know if that's how they communicate. I don't know.
No. I heard about that too. I heard that's how they growl. They don't have a bark.
Right.
Their bark is their growl.
And they howl.
And they howl, yeah.
But this dog or this wolf is growling. I'm like, how long did it take you to learn that?
Yeah, to learn that.
I don't know.
And like, how do you know what type of growl it is?
That means he wants a hug.
Yeah, like, how do you know that growl is it not saying
right,
go away, or to say I love you?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, how do you know that?
Good.
Because the growl seems to me like they're the same thing.
Same thing. It's kind of frightening how people like just go on a whim and assume these animals are not going to attack them. And then when they do, it's like, God forbid, they had no idea. If they live through it, a lot of them tend to not make it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There was that lady who owned a monkey or something, and the monkey ended up ripping her face off. Yeah, like, it's crazy.
What?
Yeah. Dogs are enough. I'm good with dogs. Like, I'm not like a super dog lover, but if you told me I had to own one animal, I'm going back to the dog. Maybe a turtle. You know?
Oh, turtle. Okay, a turtle. Pet turtle.
So, anyways, on that note, guys, we appreciate you.
Oh, yes.
And I think our show's coming to an end, right? And listen, have a great Thanksgiving. Eat turkey, ham, whatever you guys eat.
Whatever you guys make.
I'm assuming a lot of you guys are eating turkey. And for those for different religious reasons that don't celebrate it, have a great time off, hopefully from work.
Yeah,
hopefully you get that day off. Regardless whether you celebrate it or not, be safe out there. Enjoy your holiday or enjoy family or your day off, whichever one.
Yeah.
And it looks like it's the Double D's coming to an end.
And guys, hit that like button. Also hit that subscribe button. Definitely helps out.
Yeah, we really appreciate you guys. And remember, be safe, be happy, and always be respectful. Thank you.
All right. Good night.
Good night.